We got the new update, and with it came new skins, brawlers, mutations and map, but no one is really talking about the best thing that was added, in my opinion, is the very thing that is keeping me playing, and I present to you 5v5 Knockout. This opinion might not be shared with everyone, but I believe Knockout is the best game mode in Brawl Stars. So how does this one work, what you should pick when playing it, and what makes it so fun that you won't stop playing? Let's answer these questions. The structure of the game stays the same as in normal Knockout. You must eliminate the whole enemy team to move on. If you don't do it fast enough, well, then the smoke will do it for you. Supers, gadgets and hyperchargers transfer to the next round. There are 3 rounds. You win 2, you get trophies. You lose 2, you get shitted on. You can also tie sometimes and basically just waste 3 minutes of your life because no one will get anything. Now, moving on to the new key feature of this mode, we got to experience power-ups in Knockout. Let me explain. First, you start with 5 players, and if one of your guys die, everyone on your team will get a boost in health and damage. You also get bigger in size, but your hitbox stays the same as far as I know. So you can get up to 4 power-ups, and at the end you can have from 20 to 50,000 health depending on your brawler normal health. This is really nice since you don't have to really rely on teammates. You can just do your thing and carry at the end. I really love how these power-ups balance the battlefield even if you get AFK teammates. Hey, now you can finally win, so if you lose you can't really blame your teammates because now it can only be your skill issue. Let's shift our focus to maps. They're large and can support 10 players. Yeah, there is not much more to talk about the maps unless I would examine each one individually, but one more thing I noticed is that there is quite a lot of rivers or water or whatever you want to call this surface. This bit of information will come handy later when choosing the best brawlers to play. Now, honorable mention to the scenery we have right now is quite beautiful and darkish and looks really nice and clean in my opinion. We haven't got a nice one in quite a long time, so yeah, this is a really nice feature. Now let's start with the peaks I would choose for playing Knockout. I'll sort this into 2 categories. First, let me tell you what I believe is fun to play, and then I'm gonna tell you what is actually meta or I think is meta. Now, my first fun pick would be probably Surge, since you really have a lot of time to get those upgrades up and running and experience the full maxed Surge, because usually when you play, I don't know, Gen Grab, you die pretty fast and don't experience the maxed Surge. But here I think it is a bit easier to stay alive, so Surge is fine and fun to play, and you also have the gadget to speed up the process. Now, the next pick right behind Surge is of course one and only Fang. He's always fun to play against multiple enemies, just chaining supers all around the map, never really gets boring, and Fang is definitely one of the top picks for me. Just be careful if you kill a bunch of people, since every one you kill, then the remaining people will have more power up, and if you're close to someone who just got, let's say, 2 new power-ups, you're almost surely gonna die. Keep that in mind. Now, the third fun pick is no other than Frank. Frank is actually okay here because sometimes you'll be in a situation where no one will be able to kill you and you can just run straight to the enemies with your 50,000 health and one-shot them. Try it out, you really won't regret it, because I think the damage is boosted more in this mode than health. So yeah, Frank can one-shot a lot of brawlers, especially if there is like 3 of them and you just hit 2 with your super, they're instantly dead. And then it's a 1v1 and Frank probably wins in the Storm face-off. Now let's talk about actual viable picks. Just consider that I'm not some kind of top player, so make your own decisions on what I have to say, and well, these are mine. And first one for me would be Poco. Now, if you play Poco, you must survive to the end of the game and win the heal off. That's what it's so great about him. He'll win most end games no matter what, because he can heal himself and his teammates, and he can heal them also throughout the whole match. So Poco is a viable pick on every map, unless you have like 5 throwers in your team or something. And now the second pick would be Mr. P. Now he is generally not that good, but in 5v5 you get up the spawners, and they're really annoying, and if you face off enemies who don't have piercing ammo, it will be even easier for you to win. Also, another note, if you place your porter down at the start of the game, then someone on your team dies, the porter will automatically spawn better penguins, but the health of the porter itself will stay the same, so you can place down your porter at the start of the game and don't have to worry about penguins being so low in health and damage. Now, Mr. P's attack is not good on close range, but on long range is pretty useful, and most knockout games are longer range. Third pick is not really a singular brawler. I realize that spawnables like Leon Gadget or Nita's Bear, Larian Lori, Tick's Head, Spike's Gadget, etc. They all work really well, and if enemies have sharpshooters, you'll get a massive advantage, especially if you're the last one standing against like 3 sharpshooters. Now, honorable mention goes to Eve and Angelo, since they can walk on water, and on certain maps it is really useful. One time I had an Angelo facing a Mortis, and Mortis, well, just gave up and we won the game. Another one who is really good is Cordelius, since he can kill brawlers with more power-ups because of his gadget, which can take out your ammo, and he also has the Shadow Realm, which is pretty clutch. Now, all of these suggestions are pretty broad, since you should always check which map you're playing on and pick a brawler based on that, but these are really good brawlers on most maps. Now, if you think the rankings should be different, definitely tell me in the comments which brawlers would you put as the best. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then definitely check out the one you see on the screen, and as always, see ya folks.